New this morning, deputies are looking for a man who they say is missing and at risk. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says John Torgerson was last seen yesterday afternoon on Garden Highway near I-80. Deputies say the 71-year-old has a medical condition that may cause him to become disoriented. Anybody who may have seen him is asked to call 911 right away. A Stockton City worker is recovering after he was shot while on the job. City officials say the municipal utilities district worker was in his work truck Tuesday when a bullet pierced through the driver's side door and hit him in the leg. Now, thankfully, the door and his boot combined to stop the bullet, but still he had a pretty bad bruise on his leg and obviously some pretty rattled nerves as well.
Happened to one of our employees while working is really very concerning.
The city sent an email to the other municipal district workers there telling them that at this point there was no indication that the employees were deliberately targeted. Stockton Police Department has been notified and is currently investigating the matter. Some life-saving COVID relief supplies are now on their way to India, coming from our area. A cargo jet took off from Travis Air Force Base yesterday to help overwhelmed Indian hospitals. The C-5 Galaxy aircraft is packed with oxygen tanks, N95 masks, and also rapid testing kits. The help can't come fast enough, though. India right now is in the thick of the world's worst COVID outbreak. More than 350,000 new cases were reported on Monday alone. And with the conditions worsening there, Travis Air Force Base had less than 24 hours notice to pull it together.
If we all work together to contain and help them control the disease in India, that will limit the impact to the rest of the globe. When we have an epicenter that has a lot of cases, those cases tend to extend in ripples throughout the planet. And as long as we can help our partners to control that, we'll all do better as a globe.
This is the first of several shipments from Northern California expected in the coming weeks. Many families across the Sacramento region say their efforts to find a rental home, well, have basically been just efforts and not successful. New listings pop up on websites like Zillow all the time, but they're immediately met with hundreds of applicants. We talked to a woman in Carmichael who says her multiple tries at finding a home have left her with multiple failed attempts.
I've offered 2 places to pay 2 extra months rent on top of the first month rent and the security deposit. Just thinking about not having a place to go with my kids, it's scary.
Economists say prices of rental homes have more than doubled in some places. They say the pandemic is partially to blame, with more people needing to rent now in hard times. A local woman who uses a wheelchair is worried about her home as we get into what could be another very devastating fire season. Jeannie Little says she has made a number of calls to Caltrans about the dry trees and brush by her home along I-80, but she says they still have not cleaned it up. It's a problem that her sons say keep them up at night.
What you've got there is a whole block long of fire ladders where dead stuff and weeds are entangled with live stuff in very flammable trees.
Caltrans says their tree supervisor has been out there to look at the trees, but they say the trees in question are not dead or hazardous, and they would only be removed if they posed a risk to the public. All right, it is